This is a quick, brief definition of a single elimination. Single elimination, knockout, or sudden death tournament is a type of elimination tournament where the loser of each matchup is immediately eliminated from the tournament. Each winner will play another in the next round until the final matchup, whose winner becomes the tournament champion. Purpose of single elimination. Single elimination format enables a relatively large number of competitors to participate. There are no dead matches, perhaps excluding classification matches, and no matches where one competitor has more to play for than the other. The format is less suited to games where draws are frequent. The advantages of single elimination. Single elimination brackets allow a large number of participants to compete with no dead matches that don't count. Every match matters or you are out of the competition.
Disadvantages in sports where a draw or tie can take place. Single eliminations brackets are not ideal because playoffs must take place to determine who advances. These are some other examples of disadvantages of single elimination round. There may be many chances of elimination of good teams first or second round, so good teams may not reach into the final round. There are maximum chances of weak teams to enter the final round. Spectators may not have enough interest in the final match.
So let's talk about single elimination in a tournament system. So the formula of the single elimination is G equals n-1, where G stands for number of games and n stands for number of entries. Let's say, for example, there are 4 participating teams in softball. So we're going to use the formula G equals n-1. So we're going to replace n with 4 since n stands for the number of entries. Let's proceed to the diagram or the illustration how the game is being played. By the way, 4 has no bye, meaning all of the teams will be playing in the first round. We have Team Rocket, Team Space, Team Gravity, Team Motion. In Game 1, we have Winner 1, and in Game 2, we have Winner 2. Let Winner 1 and Winner 2 compete each other in Game 3. So, since we only have 3 games, meaning the tournament for 4 teams is finished, then we can now identify the champion. Now let's proceed to scheduling. So we have 3 games. In Game 1, we have Team Rocket versus Team Space. In Game 2, we have Team Gravity versus Team Motion. In Game 3, the winner of Game 1 versus the winner of Game 2. And that's it. That's the example of single elimination.
Double elimination. Double elimination is a type of elimination tournament competition in which a participant ceases to be eligible to win the tournament's championship upon having lost 2 games or matches. I am Aubrey Angkos, and I am here to show you on how to get the number of games. Now we will compute the number of games, because in here the number of games is doubled. So we have the formula G equals n-1 times 2, where G stands for the number of games and n stands for the number of entries. And now we have 5 teams, so G equals 5 minus 1 times 2, and moving on, G equals 4 times 2, and at last, G equals 8. So the number of games is 8. And I'll repeat again. 5 minus 1 equals 4. And 4 times 2 equals 8. G equals 8, so there are 8 games in total.
Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about diagrams of double elimination. A quick description on how double elimination diagram works. The team that loses their first game move into the loser bracket, while the other undefeated team moves through the primary winner bracket and awaits the team from the losing bracket to come out. So here's an example of 5-team double elimination diagram. As you can see, I've created teams on their own color code so it will be easier to understand. And the line in the middle is a separation between victory and losers. Any other team that loses on the match will be moved to the loser section to compete. The numbers are the matches that are made on a 5-team match. And at the end of the match, the loser and the victor would compete for the championship. Then I guess that's all for the diagram for the double elimination.
Double elimination. 2 lose and cut. Advantages. 1. One of the fairest types of tournaments. 2. Gives participants at least twice as much participation as the single elimination. 3. Holds interest longer. And 4. Gives a second chance to still win. And those are disadvantage. Complicated to show graphically. 1. Loser rounds keep adding new contestants as teams lose in the winner's round. 2. Confusion to those not familiar with tournament format. Thank you.
The advantages of round robin. Teams are not eliminated. It provides an unequal number of games for all teams. Round robins are easy to organize ahead of time and the players easy to understand the format. A round robin is an arrangement of choosing all elements in a group equally in some rational order. If games have to be rescheduled or made up, they don't upset the other decision as to who will play who. The originally assigned team member, the new team member, and the invitee will all be notified of the updated event details once you confirm the rescheduled event, and the time slot will also be freed up in the Calendly for the originally assigned team member. The biggest advantage of the round-robin scheduling method is that if you know the total number of process on the run queue, then you can also assume the worst-case response time for the process.
Disadvantages of the format. Number 1. Round robbers can suffer from being too long compared to offer some summit types. Number 2. They may also undergo baking procedures. 3. Swish system tournaments attempt to combine elements of the round robin and elimination formats to provide a worthy champion using fewer rounds than a round robin while allowing draws and losses. 4. The main disadvantages of a round robin tournament is the time needed to complete it. Round robin. If you want to choose the best of the best, there is no better way than to apply the round robin system. Each player will get the chance to try and vie with one another.
This is the example of the round robin. So let's start by writing first the formula. By the way, the formula of the round robin is number of games is equals to n open parenthesis n minus 1 close parenthesis all over 2. So my example is 4 teams. So I'd write first the formula and then I substitute the value of n, which is 4. So 4 open parenthesis 4 minus 1 close parenthesis all over 2. So let's start by answering the parenthesis first, which is 4 minus 1 is equals to 3. So 4 times 3 over 2 is equals to 12 over 2, and then 12 divided by 2 is equals to 6. So we have 6 games. So the scheduling of the round 1, we have 2 matches that will happen: blue versus pink, green versus yellow. And for the round 2, blue versus yellow, pink versus green, and for the round 3, blue versus green and yellow versus pink. Therefore, the team who got a lot of winners will be the champion. So that is the example for the round robin.